People ask me. I had a meeting with some friends recently. Actually, one of my first ever students moved out to California. We didn't even know we lived near each other. Just checking up on me. You know, MBA, been in business for years. And what are you doing? We sat down. And he said, "So what's your 3 month, 1 year, 3 year?" I said, "No clue," and never had that. All I knew is when I was 13, I told my mom that I was going to come up with my own system and teach self-defense. And so I never know. I mean, I want to, obviously I'd like to have our system compartmentalized in a way that I can help people who don't want to fight through iPad, through iPhone, right? You know, get some stuff up online, get more content out there, because the internet's finally moving at a speed that can support education, like exactly what you're doing. Mm-hmm. So I want to get more schooled in how technology can help people learn. We got to come up with we got a bunch of books that are going to be coming out. Got a couple of really good guys, pro fighter and another New York Times bestselling author who just came to one of my seminars, and we're just kind of like, holy shit, we got to get something going fast. So things that I've always wanted to do, get it out there. There's a lot of misconceptions about what we do, who I am, what I'm about. So this will help. Using the media and getting that stuff out there will help people make up their own mind, which is all I've ever said from the time Al Gore and I invented the internet all those years ago.
Right.
People. I get so personal. People would say shit on our forum on MMA.tv. We had one of the first, forums up there with Kirk Jennis. He invited me in as a subject matter expert, and people would taunt, and I go, hey man, this is my address. Unless you got an anchor hanging in your ass, why don't you drag it up to my place and say that to my face? And it was amazing, the keyboard warrior shit. And now I'm 50, and it's all these years later. I go, oh my god, I can't believe, But we all go through that stuff, right? That's the online arena, and I just have always been about sharing our research and helping make the world a safer place. And I get emotional, offended when people who have no clue rip off my shit, or I was saying earlier to a friend of mine that you'd never meet a psychologist who didn't know who Carl Jung or Sigmund Freud was, or have some sort of famous maxim or some of their books in their bookshelf. But I'm 50, been around for 33 years teaching this stuff. Practically, I mean, there's so much of my information that's just available out there, and there's this whole subsection of the reality-based world that just doesn't even acknowledge the stuff they've learned, through my videos or articles or whatever. In the same way you bump into a psychologist who goes, "No, I never heard of Sigmund Freud. What are you talking about?" And you just couldn't. And so, fortunately, they're a minority, and there's people like you and other trainers that can stand on, like I said, the foundation before, and take their personality and charisma and build on it and understand what their community needs. And that's why, a couple of decades ago, we're running in Texas PDR 26 or 26 personal defense readiness instructor course. And we're starting to do them all over the world. We did it in England last year. We had 28 guys. We got one coming up in Amsterdam. And this is a format where people can professionally affiliated, and they get the stuff from the horse's mouth. And they use our material with like integrity and dignity. And again, it's helping propagate the system around the world. So we're excited about that. So those are the big things: is kind of galvanizing the conscientious professional self-defense instructor. Obviously our law enforcement military training, which is our biggest thing. We're continuing to help war fighters and cops keep our streets safe. So we'll never stop doing that. Probably some new products. I always have stuff, but there's a limit to what I can do. Probably grow the company a little bit, get some good people on board, so I don't have to do everything. So, we got a whole training team, which is great. I say that, I don't want that to be misrepresented. I meant on the biz dev side. We've got a whole training team that's out doing mobile training all the time, so that's kind of cool.
And all your products and everything, where is that going to be available? Blauer Tactical?
Yeah, if you go to Blauer Spear, if you just type in Blauer Spear, it'll take you to our shopping cart, and you can get our courses are listed there, and you could just link and purchase. You can you can actually register for a course online through that. Our website, TonyBlauer.com or BlauerTactical.com, has links to all this stuff. Get it on our newsletter. That's the easiest. That's the shameless plug. The stuff's out there.
I asked.
If you Google, Tony Blauer Spear, Tony Blauer High Gear, Tony Blauer Ballistic Microfight, I mean, you'll see a ton of stuff up there. You tend to show the more explosive stuff. You don't show the training and the building up there. So, the only thing I tell your listeners, if you're beginner, intermediate, and you look at some of the stuff, and, there's, an attack in a car, or there's a gang fight. I mean, that's, people don't walk in the door and do that on day one. That's something people build to. Oftentimes that's part of our instructor course, but, if we showed a bunch of people sitting around a table, talking about fear, for 5 minutes on YouTube, you'd probably go, that looks kind of boring. I don't want to, that's an integral part of the training. You show the flash on YouTube.
Right. Thank you very much, and thanks everybody for watching and listening, whatever the case may be. You can find this interview and much more at our website, CombativeCorner.com. For any questions, you can email us at CombativeCorner@gmail.com. I'd like to thank again our guest, Mr. Tony Blauer, and we'll see you all next time. Okay. I appreciate it, Tony.